all over the world, from all industries, sharing information on Honeywell technologies, dedicated to cooperation. The User Input Subcommittee is your vehicle for enhanced engineering solutions.
Anybody who want to suggest an improvement or an enhancement to the system should use this channel, because this is the channel into Honeywell to make changes to the systems.
Fueled by a strong spirit of cooperation.
Yeah, people are very, very open, I think, with their ideas and willing to help each other out.
There are different needs that companies have based on where they're located, government needs and that sort of thing, plus different cultures that the companies use and the way they operate. And so what happens is when people representing those companies come here to the UIS meeting, they bring that perspective so that we will, in many cases, enhance and tailor the enhancement request to meet everybody's needs worldwide, rather than something that's just for North America.
Created in 1993 by the North American Users Group Steering Committee, the purpose of the UIS is to address user-identified enhancement needs in existing Honeywell TDC products.
Part of the whole overall process allows any customer to input suggestions as part of the collection of potential enhancements to future products. And then the UIS team filters those enhancement suggestions into a list that we actually end up implementing in terms of the product, a future product release. So any customer can provide input into the process in the way of suggestions through the UIS website, and that then is factored into our development process on a year-to-year basis.
It's very important that all the customers realize that these enhancements are coming from their suggestions. It's not just the actual UIS members, but all Honeywell's customers can, put in a request, and those are all treated based on their merit by the team. And I think they do you have 25 customers, like you say, from different parts of the world, and I think they work very well together and really come up with a consensus on the items.
Currently, the UIS is made up of 27 representatives from North America, Europe, Asia Pacific, and Australia. Members represent pulp and paper, power generation, chemicals, consumer goods, and hydrocarbon processing, oil and gas. Representatives meet 3 times each year in Phoenix to coordinate and prioritize enhancements, track the development of releases, review proposed implementations, and supply Honeywell with ongoing customer input.
To start with, there were 2 European members, and then I was the 3rd member, since they were looking for a member from the batch environment. And now we have 8 members. And I think that really makes a difference with respect to the insight the group gets on how the system is used, and because people from different regions, from different market segments use the system in different ways, and I think that's important.
The users identify the enhancement in terms of this is what we want it to do, and the engineers, the developers, have 3 or 4 people that have been designated as focal points representing the UIS, customers representing the UIS. And so as they further define now exactly what did you mean by this, and oh, by the way, we seem to have a trade-off here, which would you prefer we do, they contact the focal points, and the focal points discuss and debate and understand what the developers are talking about. And over time there have been relationships built and bridges built, and it's sort of neat for an engineer to say, with this thing that I developed, I know what the customer really wanted, and I know he valued it, and by golly, I did something good for both our company and for our customers.
The UIS members and the development team, everyone's very open and frank. We might suggest something to get fixed, but if there's real reasons why they can't do that or it doesn't make sense, because the initial request might ask for something, and once they get into the code, it's unpractical to do, and it can open up a can of worms and have a lot of issues. So we have a very open and frank relationship where we can exchange ideas and comments.
Honeywell formed the enhancement engineering team, which works only for the UIS. The team is made up of 12 development engineers, a program manager, development manager, and architect.
The best part about this group is the requirements comes from the customers. If I have any questions, I can always go back to the customer, and I know what I'm developing will be used by the customer, and it's what they want. It's not something that we dream up and say, okay, here it is. At every point of the development phase, you go back to them, and there's always a correction, and you can change course and come up with the product that they want.
I think there's a good balance between what is feasible between the development engineering and using the customers as a soundboard to understand exactly what their needs are and what is practical in implementing and what they actually need to do their job.
The content of each release is up to you.
I think it's the opportunity to actually put in the suggestions and actually drive the suggestions. I think that's the benefit that Conoco gets from it. Being part of the process that actually decides what's going to be done, I think is important, and Conoco puts value in that.
I think the UIS has been one of the really great success stories in Honeywell. From the standpoint, they're the only company doing that I know of in this industry. That is unique.
Your suggestions for enhancements should be submitted soon. Turn in your suggestions here at Users Group or via the UIS website. The UIS works for you.